Hey guys, so this video is for the 2-year-old room for May week 3. I'm filling in for Chrissy this week. So our Bible story is about Joseph saving the grain, and our memory verse is the plans of the Lord stand firm forever. Psalm 33:11. And our key question for this month is, who has a plan for you? Our bottom line is, God has a plan for me. So the first activity is called Scatter and Gather. So in here you see a bunch of yellow pipe cleaners and pom-poms. Those are going to stand for the grain. So you're going to say, guys, look at all these yellow pom-poms on the floor. You're going to scatter them around the floor. It's the grain we need, and we need grain to bake bread. So we're going to pick up the grain and bring it back to me, and we're going to put it back in this bucket. And then you'll close by saying, wow, you guys did a great job picking up all the grain. So we're going to hear about what God's plan was for Joseph and the grain in our Bible story today. So then the next activity, you don't need anything. You're just going to have kids sit on the floor with you, and you're going to say, guys, we're going to play the wake-up game. So everybody come sit on the floor. Okay, what do you do when you go to sleep? You close your eyes and you lay your head on the pillow just like this. Good job. And what do you do when you wake up? You open your eyes and stretch. That's right. So when I say sleep, you're going to pretend to sleep. And when I say wake up, you're going to pretend to be awake. Okay, ready? So sleep, wake up, and you'll just keep going. When we go to sleep, sometimes we have dreams, and dreams are things in our brain, that we think about when we're asleep. So in our Bible story today, we're going to hear how God planned to use Joseph to figure out a dream. So then you're going to do an activity called Gather the Grain, and what you're going to do is you're going to scatter this grain throughout the floor, and then you will move from spot to spot and have the kids push the bucket to you. So you'll say, look guys, a wheelbarrow is full of grain and we need to deliver it to people. So actually you're going to keep the grain in the bucket, and you're going to move around the room, and kids are going to bring the grain to you. So can you guys push the grain to me over here so that I can make bread? And then you'll walk to a different spot. Oh, now I need some grain over here. Can you guys push it over here and bring me some over here? Oh, now I need some over here. Can you push it to me and bring some over here? Good job. Well, in our Bible story today, we're going to hear about what God's plan was for Joseph with all of this grain. Oh, hold on a second. Pause for intermission. Crying baby needs a passy. Oh, don't you guys miss this stage? Okay. Someday she'll be able to find her own passy again, right? Yeah. Okay, you got it. You got it. Shh. Okay. Sorry, 2-year-old leaders, for this brief intermission. Just fast forward through this part. Okay. Back to here. So the story for this week, you're going to gather all the kids together in front of the little board here. And the page that you need for this week's story is right up here. It's the barn that all the grain is going to go in. And so then the story just says, it's story time. So I want to see if, Henry, can you come sit with me? Trip, can you come sit with me? Good job. So this is the Bible, and it has God's true stories in it. And God gave us the Bible because he loves us. So today's Bible story is another story about a boy named Joseph. So you're going to point to the first picture of Joseph with his coat on. You're going to say, Joseph's older brothers got really mad because their daddy gave Joseph a colorful coat. So can you guys cross your arms and make a mad face? Oh, yes, very good. Okay. So they got mad. They got so mad they put Joseph in a hole and they sent him far, far away, and that made Joseph sad. Can you make a sad face? Good job. So even though Joseph was far from his family, he trusted that God had a plan for him. And Joseph worked hard at his job and was a friend to everybody. Can you make a happy face to the friend beside you? So everyone liked Joseph, but then something bad happened. Joseph was put in jail. So then show the picture of him in jail. And he was put in jail for something he didn't even do, and that was sad. Can you guys make a sad face again? So Joseph still trusted that God had a plan for him and was a good friend to everyone in jail. And before long, Joseph was in charge of everybody else in jail. And that's happy news. Can you show me a happy face again? Good job. So then one day the king had a dream, and Joseph was the only person who could tell him what it meant. So then you'll put up the barn with the grain on the corkboard. Joseph told the king to save the food while it was growing so that they would have food when it stopped growing. And the king liked Joseph so much he put him in charge of everything. God did have a plan for Joseph, and God used Joseph to save a lot of people. Can you guys clap and cheer? Yay, Joseph. Yay for trusting God's plan. God's plan is always the best. God has a plan for each one of you. So who has a plan for you? God has a plan for you. Good job. So now let's close our eyes and put our hands in our lap, and we're going to talk to God. And then you'll just say that little prayer with them. So then your little create activity is this little frame, and it has the memory verse in it. So you're going to make a work of art as you say the memory verse, and they're just going to color their memory verse page. And then the last thing, if you have time for it, is, Okay, there's 2 more activities. One is just an imagine activity. So I'm going to go get my crying baby. I'm not going to make you guys sit through that again. So what you're going to do is you're going to retell the Bible story making mad, sad, and happy faces and say, oh no, Joe, or way to go, Joe. So that's there. And then the last thing is there's a grain page, and they're going to take this yellow crepe paper and glue it onto their grain page to make a bag of grain. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for serving in the 2-year-old room. All of this stuff is in a bucket and in here for Sunday morning up on the thing. So make sure that you grab that all down so that you have it to use. And thank you so much for serving. We'll see you on Sunday.